Oh yeah,
It does sound
just
good.
sounds so good.
Dude, wait, this whole time has
No.
just been
No, I don't think it was this whole time.
Man, you actually sound really good for some.
Yeah, it does sound really good.
today's episode. Matt finally uses the mic. I'm just kidding.
Not the spray painted can of Coca-Cola.
It's been 19 episodes, but finally, you want to do the intro or you want me to do it?
No,
Yeah, you
let
go
Matt
ahead
do
and
it. Let Matt do it.
Okay,
No,
what am I doing? I don't remember how to do
Let
it.
Matt do it. Let Matt do it.
Welcome to episode 19 or whatever. Like
19?
you.
I thought we were like
Yeah.
42
like
or something.
42.
42.
Look at Matt. Look at Matt. He's
Feels
getting
like
nervous.
it.
His hands are being clammy now.
I'm thinking
He's
about
like,
it.
Oh yeah, I get nervous. 'Cause
I'm
I was.
That doesn't get nervous.
All right, guys. Welcome to episode 19. We're here with another banger for your ears. So get your ear holes ready and let's go.
Banger
It's gonna
because Matt's using the right mic this time.
yeah. So mine's going to be very unorganized because I wasn't prepared to host. Well, I kind of was, but at the same time I wasn't.
Watch it sound really good anyway. Even though he says
Yeah,
it's not.
we'll see. I'm not. It's just, I had, when was it? I had one, but I just was not in the mood to be fucking hosting.
Yeah,
I was fucking
remember.
exhausted.
And dude, in that episode, I just pulled it out of my ass. I forgot what I talked about. I forgot.
Okay, so I've been on graveyards for the last probably, I think, 10.
just say grinder. I'm sorry.
No,
That's all you say,
Like what?
grinder.
I was on graveyards for the last couple days. No, for at least 10 days, not straight. It was probably maybe, I think, 6 on, 1 off, and then another like 4 or 5. And I at nighttime when you're driving out to my station, it's it's desolate and pretty crazy. And I tend to zone out when I'm driving, which I probably shouldn't be doing, but I zone out.
I do that
I zone
too.
out, and space out, and I'm listening.
I'm doing
to
that too,
podcasts.
mid jack, but whatever.
Who's interrupting my kung fu?
my cum fu.
I'm like, come.
And so I know the road like the back of my hand. It's nothing new. Nothing new ever comes up unless there's an accident or like running across the road.
Oh,
And
Let's give it a
and
good episode. Go for it. Go for it.
so
We're good.
I started noticing that like the bushes look different. I don't know if that makes sense.
What?
what?
Yeah, the bushes, like my whole, like the scenery's always the same. I'm like 1 bush, 2 bush, 3 bush, electrical pole, and the bushes started looking different. Like I was like, like in my zoned out, half there, drive.
Right.
I started
Right.
noticing it, and I'm like, that doesn't look like it did yesterday. And then they just like they weren't in the same spot, which is completely, not it has nothing to do with it. It's just like they
got
just
up
look
and
kind of.
moved.
They got up and moved like to fuck with this guy. He comes through here every day, type of thing. And then so the bushes end when you get to the Y connector, which is where 98 meets the 8, right?
Yeah.
And then when you get to there's light till you get to Glamis, to the dunes past Gordon Wells.
Mm-hmm.
And right there it's really dark. And then so the bushes come out of nowhere, and I'm like, what the hell? These bushes shouldn't be here. And you start tripping out, and then the closer and closer you get to Felicity, it starts getting weirder and weirder.
Of
And
course.
lately, there's been a couple big maneuvers out in the desert. So I see the flares out there, And I'm like, oh look, UFO. Oh no, they're flares. You know, like the disappointment of knowing that they're flares, and I'm like, come on, just pretend that they're fucking UFOs. But then like
They're moving the bushes.
the moon starts has been through its phases or whatever moving. And
I thought you were going to get into like some astrology shit right now.
No, well,
the sun
the
is in the
moon's in
third sector
retrograde.
by
well,
retrograde.
right now it's behind us. Right now it's behind us. If I use the station as my my anchor point, so I see that it's facing east because that's the front of the station, right?
Right.
But now the moon is to the west, so it's usually behind us. And out there, it's not as clear as you might think because just because of where we are, I guess. But it's pretty clear where you can see a lot of shit up there. So every time when it's slow, and I'm falling asleep, I'll walk out to the middle of the freeway. Like we have an emergency lane.
You're going up there asleep? Are you sleepwalking, Matt?
No. Like if I'm falling asleep.
Oh,
because at nighttime there's not a lot of action or a lot of activity to do.
Right.
So like we have to do stuff to keep us awake. So I'll go out and take a lap around, and there's an emergency lane between the eastbound and westbound traffic. So I'll walk out there and I start looking up at the sky, and I'm like, that star's moving pretty fast, or it's satellite, and I have an app where I can see what constellation is there and all that other bullshit. You know?
And it's not.
And there's nothing there apparently, but it's like you can see it and it's really fucking bright, and it's just like I'll go back inside, come back out, and then it's gone.
Right.
And
Jesus.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool, like the shit that you see out there, or like next to on the north end of the station, we're right next to the Union Pacific line, or just the rail line in general. So we have freight trains coming through there all the time. The Amtrak goes through there, but it's super dark, and there's a giant berm right where the tracks are. So it's like out there you hear like, whoa, whoa, I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck is that? So like what is
Wait, what?
Like you just hear like animals out there. There's tons of animals. I mean, we have snakes, scorpions.
The
snakes are making those noises.
The snakes are like, oh,
they're barking.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
And it's crazy because you have like usually they're like desert colored snakes.
Yeah.
But you have like sometimes we'll have like ones that shouldn't be. They're like black snakes, for instance. I don't know what they are. They're usually
like mama snakes.
No, they're just black scaled. But then we have a station, like an office building, which is like the old administrative building that's separated from the actual station.
Right.
And it's literally old. Like if you ever watched the movie Cheech and Chong, it's where they filmed that part, right?
No way.
Yeah, where they cross the border. Yeah, that's my station.
Dude, that's fucking sick.
And
you didn't know that, Steven?
The bathroom scene is it's like when I first got hired to that station, they're like, "You want to see the Cheech and Chong bathroom?" And I was like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So
where he
we
pisses
went back
on his leg.
Dude.
Steven's like,
that's sick.
Steven's gonna be like, Matt, can you give me a tour of your station, really, please?
Yeah, I need a tour of that.
But they always leave the windows are like those old like 70s frosted windows.
Yeah.
So they always leave the lights on in there, right? And then like at nighttime you could see them. During the day you can't tell if the lights are on or not, but at nighttime you could see it because it's nothing, pitch black and the lights are on. But you always see something moving like through the window, like inside, like the building.
Oh
hell no.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh god.
Mm-mm.
And I don't think we've had anybody die there.
That's interesting. So that's interesting because if no one's died there that you know of or that's been recorded, legally, then that means it's a different entity altogether.
It's the dog that passed out when he was sniffing the van in Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
He just finally woke up.
No, but Ethan's right. I mean, we're on right there. We're on Catch on Land, and then Fort Yuma. The res is right there. Like the res is a good part of that land. There was a lot of conflict between the humans and the U.S. cavalry back in when Arizona was still a territory. I mean, that's the whole point of Fort Yuma was there. I can't say that I think
Ethan meant natives.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Well, but there was a lot of activity right there because of,
for sure, because
the newfound Americans and the natives.
Do you think there's a correlation with the natives in that area and possibly extraterrestrial?
I wouldn't doubt
things?
it because you have the pictographs, the geoglyphs that are right there
Yeah.
in Blythe, which are they discovered those super late, and then you have the giant geoglyphs that are east of I want to say Dateland, which is past Yuma,
And the geoglyphs in where?
in Blythe,
In Blythe.
yeah, which are massive.
Let me know if you guys can see it.
No, not yet. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
There it was.
Oh.
My bad.
Whoops.
Whoops. Are these it?
Yeah, that's it.
That's crazy.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's for sure got to be a correlation. They refer to them as like star people.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So you have that. I mean, you have that on top of the fact that a lot of fucking migrants die through in that desert or in the All American, trying to cross the canals, getting sucked into the head gates, or there's a lot of activity
This
out
is
there, man.
wild. You guys see
Yeah.
this shit?
Is that a wiener?
In the middle? It looked like it
It looks like a wiener,
like right here. Right here.
like a little wiener.
It does look like a little pecker.
It's glizzy.
Yeah.
It's a glizzy.
And there's one of I think a cow. Looks like a cow maybe. How many of them are there?
I'm
You know?
not sure how many there are actually, but yeah. I've been to them once, but unless you have like a drone or something.
Can you see them from Google Maps? I'm curious now.
Yeah, you can.
You should
Absolutely.
look him up.
For sure.
It's gonna blast my face. I knew it.
Flashbang.
There they are.
There it is. There's the man with the penis.
Oh yeah, it is north.
Yeah, so it's right
It's actually right next to the Colorado River.
Yeah, so that area is known as the Seawrit, which is the Colorado River Indian tribes, which is they're pretty much self-governing. Good folks. We've been out to that area, and
Dude, I pass by this every time I go to Calexico from
Yeah.
Can I
Vegas.
say
Yeah,
something?
exactly.
Can I say something with my
Jeez.
paranormal lore shit? It's crazy that the Native Americans did that because it's very well known for paranormal stuff to happen by water.
That's true. It's like right
Yeah.
next to the Colorado River.
Yep.
That is,
There's
There's
yeah.
the theory that
very-
they come from the water, like our oceans.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
on the science part, I thought it was kind of weird how close it is to the river, considering how much the river used to flood before we built the dams,
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
and that they're still
That is
there.
interesting. That is interesting.
That's super interesting, actually.
Yeah, because before that, I mean, you used to be able to have like literally riverboats on the Colorado because
Mhm.
it was so wild. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's
now
a
it's
wiki
just a
page
small
on
river.
this shit. Let's see. So they're called the Blythe Intaglios or Blythe Geoglyphs, are a group of gigantic figures incised on the ground near Blythe, California, in the Colorado desert. Whoa, the Colorado desert. All right, cool. Rediscovery, Top Block Maze. There's a maze. Oh my god. Figures, patterns, and circles at the site suggest that local groups may have danced there. Trails lead to the intaglios and rock alignments, and rock cairns are often near the intaglios. That's crazy. Okay. I mean, it doesn't really say anything if it's involved with something.
Let me tell you something.
Extraterrestrial, but I wouldn't doubt it if it was. And that's just Wikipedia. It's going to be just the basic information of it.
And
That's
the
what
other
it is.
ones I was talking about are, further away over in Dateland, and those are the painted rock.
Oh.
Those are petroglyphs, not geoglyphs.
Petroglyphs. Okay.
Yeah, so that's painted rock.
Speaking of Native Americans, I have something to tell you guys.
What?
Did you 23andMe?
No.
I'm 0.1%.
1%. No.
I'm a 16.
Guess what?
What?
I met someone at work that is a native from the Hualapai Nation.
Oh no.
Yes.
No.
And I told him about the podcast, and he was like, "Oh, I would love to join it because I have a lot of stories about our land."
Holy shit!
I
was
He's
like-
all, he goes,
and
you need to
he-
bring your rifles for this one.
Well, no, dude. So you know what he tells me?
What?
One story, just one story.
okay, that's fine. One story, but I wholeheartedly, if we can all vote together. I say yes. I would love to have him on the podcast.
Yes. He told me that they have their own native police and stuff like that. And there's a
Tribal police.
division, the tribal police. They have their own division secretly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
For skinwalkers, they walk around the land with AR-15s to protect the land.
Damn.
This is so cool. Wait,
He's all, you
Wait.
want to go on a hunt, on a patrol?
you didn't tell him about what we found out there, did you?
No,
Yeah,
not
don't-
yet.
don't
I
drop
want,
that
I want to
yet.
make it. I
Don't-
want to
don't.
make it a no.
Don't.
I don't.
Do
yeah.
not.
But he said that there's usually they have patrols going around
Mhm.
and they're around the area, especially around homes and stuff like that. And if they hear something like they can tell when it's something not normal.
Not human.
Yeah, and he says, yeah, we have guys go out there like full geared out, night vision, everything, go and look for these things at night.
Dude,
Which
they're for
which
sure
kind?
doing
Did he
just
tell you what kind? I'm
patrols.
just kidding.
So he was like, I would love to talk to shit with you guys. Like he's like, you
They're
guys ever seem
quads.
like you're into the paranormal? And like he's
We
like,
are.
he first just asked like, how do you guys feel about like talking about Native American stuff? Like, do you guys get freaked
It
out? I'm
freaks
like,
me out.
No.
That's one of the things that freak me
Yeah.
out, but I'm down to
It's
talk about
it's
it.
scary as fuck, but it's fucking cool
Yeah.
though, too.
Yeah, like
But
some of the
it's-
people I work with, we don't have any we don't have any natives that work with us at the station.
Mhm.
There used to be, and then
Well, they
What
would
am I
be
mad-
Mexican natives, right?
no, well they'd be either Quechan or Yuma.
Oh, okay.
So one of my coworkers' brother actually lives on the res, and they always go out there, but they always like say, don't pet the dogs,
mhm.
don't whistle
Ooh.
at night, stuff like that. Like it's like there's a bunch of like little things that you need to follow before you go. It's
Yeah.
pretty insane.
So-
like there's tons of stuff
Yeah.
buried out there. There's tons of bodies out there. There's all kinds of
Ooh.
good stuff out there.
Sergio. But
I'm kinda
one thing
stoked,
that
dude.
freaked me
Okay.
out with this guy, Sergio, he was just like, I was like, really, you guys have that? He's like, yeah, they patrol all that stuff. He's like, yeah, he just tells me, do you like going to go shoot and stuff? I'm like, yeah, me and my brothers do it all the time. But like Vegas, like outskirts, he's like, oh, just be careful at night. And I'm like,
Yeah, we know. Yeah,
That
we know.
sounds so funny. He's like,
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't go with the floodlight
No,
and shit.
we're cool.
but when
Like,
he
you
said
better
that,
fucking
dude,
like to shoot.
when he said that, Sergio, my heart like sank because when he goes, just be careful on the outskirts of Vegas when you're gonna go out to the mountains.
we
and I
know.
was like, okay, yeah,
We think we
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, we think we know. I
yeah.
think we know.
Yeah, man. It's
So if am I
And
getting
it's
the
not
okay?
stuff to be
Dude.
trifled with. Like, it's not stuff to
No.
yeah,
mess around with.
It's
you know
like
what I mean?
No,
that's like
it's
something
not.
we can't take your dad with us because he's
No.
gonna piss
No,
off. Like,
no.
We
He will
got- we got to
antagonize
take
whatever's
it like
there.
100% seriously.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
So-
'cause
Yeah.
he will antagonize whatever it is.
So am I getting the okay of bringing him on? He's a good guest.
Yeah, hell
Sure.
Yeah. Fuck
That'd be a
Yeah,
great
hell
one.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
yeah.
All right,
Please.
I'll let him know. I'll
I'd
let
be
him know.
mad
when I
if
go
you
to work.
don't. No.
I'll let him know.
If he
Hell
doesn't
yeah.
have a mic, I have like extras if he needs to, like,
I'll ask him.
You guys should get a hotel suite and just do the interviews in there.
Ooh, that'd be
At
rad.
Caesar's Palace.
Like at Caesar's Palace. Live,
On the
coming
Live
from
from Caesar's Palace.
Hell yeah. Get a balcony. Do they have balconies? Balcony suites?
Yes.
Yeah,
have
they
you
do.
Let's get one.
have you not seen
Live
The
from
Hangover
the
3?
hot
I've
tub
never-
in the honeymoon suites.
Well, I've never like paid attention if they do or
Is
not.
there?
No, they do.
Well, we had Ethan. Do you guys have a heart-shaped rotating bed? We have to do it on top of that.
Oh,
We're
God.
talking about
Laying there.
indigenous
I'm gonna be
stuff.
smoking in the heart-shaped jacuzzi.
With a mic
I'll have my
just right
trunks
here
on.
above him.
That's good
All right.
stuff.
No, yeah,
All right,
I'll let
we-
him know for sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Go for
so,
it, man.
I mean, like I said, I haven't seen too many things. I mean, I'm always these graveyards. They tend to just lag, and I'll stay busy with something, fixing something, because that place needs a lot of work. I mean, the only thing that we've talked about this on a previous episode was when that witch lady that was in broad daylight. That was the only
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah,
But I
that
mean,
was,
that was weird.
wild.
That was
we're really
trippy.
close to like Felicity and the center of the world right there.
Like, how close is it? I keep forgetting.
It's less than a mile away.
Damn.
Oh shit!
Yeah, because Sidewinder to get there, you need to go off a Sidewinder exit,
Mm.
and it's right there because it's our station. Then you have the CHP station, and then the exit's right there.
Dude, that's wild.
So
I don't know.
it's less than a mile. But I mean, like I said, I can't say I've seen too much like oh shit. But the only thing that I thought was weird, like that one, I don't know if it's just because I was like so tired and I'm so used to the same fucking thing when I'm driving there at night, was like the the bushery around, or the scenery
Right.
just started like
It
started
kinda-
looking, and I was like, yeah, I started fucking with your head. You're like, I don't remember this bush being here. Out of
Dude,
the
that's
hundreds of
wild.
thousands of
Yeah.
wild bushes that are there.
But I mean,
But-
if you go there regularly, if you go somewhere regularly, you kind of understand where the agriculture
Yeah.
is. You know,
Well, these are just the wild bushes on the growth that's off there. But yeah, I exactly.
but and if they're
saw-
not, if bushes are where they're not supposed to be, something's up. Especially if it's something natural.
And it's funny because you see, like at nighttime. Well, not right. Well, since the weather's already transitioning over here, because it's already nice and chilly at nighttime sometimes.
Yeah.
So when you're out in when you're driving through Glamis, if you don't see like the whips from the rails or from the bikes, they're usually lit up in neon. It looks like a mobile rave and shit.
Yeah.
you're and but you see things standing like on the hills, like on the sand hills. Like you'll see
dude. F no.
What?
No.
And it's probably just people. Like there's a lot of like the amateur astrologers that go out there and set up like at the top of the hill with the telescope, because
Right,
it's some of the best, clearest, non-interrupted sight you can see, especially during the meteor showers and stuff. But like usually they'll have a glow sticks or a color, color spectrum that won't interrupt with them being able to see up there.
Right.
Then you'll I'll be looking out there, and when the moon's kind of bright, you kind of see like somebody, like these hills are huge hills. I mean, top of it, you'll see like somebody up there just kind of like staring down at everything, and it's like looks like they look tiny from that distance. It's pretty nuts.
I mean, I've seen that personally, where you see figures on top of like, okay, that's happened to me 3 times. And one of them is when we went out here in Vegas and I had my night vision with me. And we saw the same night that incident happened.
Yeah.
There was something on the mountain. And I told Steven, like, dude, something's on the mountain. Like you could see something up there. So that was one time. Another time, the other 2 times were in Calexico, California. And Matt was a part of it, I believe. Matt, you were there. I think Pete Blinko was there. A bunch of my cousins were there. And first we were messing around that we saw an alien. It was a trash bag or whatever. But then we started seeing real shit. And I saw something on top of there used to be a bunch of haystacks behind our house. And
because that's where that certain neighborhood ended. And then it went to fields.
Exactly.
So before development actually expanded all the way that way. Yeah.
Correct. So the haystacks behind there was something standing on top of the haystacks. Just, I don't know if they were looking at us or if it was, I don't know what it was doing, but it was just looking at us. And that was one other time. And then the last time was also in Calexico, California. I don't know if you remember the farmers camp right there by the new mall, Imperial Valley Mall.
Yeah, that was the farm camp on Dannenberg.
So there used to be a bell tower for the chapel there.
Yeah.
There was something standing next to the bell tower, like up above
on the steeple.
On the steeple, and we were about to leave in the car. And I was like, what the hell is that? And I remember one of my friends just going, yeah, what is that? And we turned around and looked at each other. When we looked back, it's gone. It's just seeing things that you can't explain on top of. Yeah, like that you see on top of mountain ridges or anything really. It's just.
Or like why the mountains are like a shade of green when there's no light sources out there.
Exactly. Exactly.
That was fucking weird.
No, I
know.
cannot.
You mean out here in Vegas, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
weird. That
I
was
remember
the same
that.
night.
Yeah, yeah. We were like, why is there like this weird shade of green on the like above the mountains? I don't understand that. And it's
Yeah.
not like the Northern Lights reach out here or anything like that, but it was just strange. That whole night was just
Yeah.
strange. But I
That
digress.
shit
Go
was.
ahead, Matt.
No, yeah, but I remember that I never got to go, like, really got to go into that camp. I just remember that camp, like, from the outside, because that camp was the epicenter of a lot of stuff that broke out back in the Bracero days. For
Mhm.
instance, I know that they held up in there during the lettuce strikes back in the 70s, and there was a lot of goon action where for instance, the Psychon sent in their goons and killed a couple of the strikers during during the lettuce strike of the 70s.
Right.
So there's a lot of bad stuff around them. That, like, labor camps, I know it sounds what everybody's thinking. It sounds very Nazi-esque, but labor
Yeah.
camps, they I'm not gonna say they've all changed, because there hasn't been. For instance, like, my family's been in agriculture for a very, very long time, for over 100 years, and my grandfather, he went from, like, from our family farms to, like, working in the field himself, to labor boss, to all kinds of positions still, but we've always been in it. And he said the conditions back then, he never had to stay at a labor camp because he was always a higher up or an owner or whatever.
Right.
Never had to deal with that type of thing, but the conditions were always really bad when they travel.
Mhm.
I lived in a labor camp when I worked in Salinas, so it was barrack style. But since I was a higher up all the bosses lived together, like, in a house.
Were you a
But
bottom or a top?
never had to do that. But, like, you get this weird, creepy, like, feeling, because the barrack houses are exactly what you would expect, like, long road, and it's like out in
Yeah.
the fucking middle of nowhere, and it's creepy. It is, you get that creepy thing. But that one in El Centro that Sergio was speaking of was, yeah, it was very, because it was already very run down, very old and desolate. They stopped using it, like, at the end of the 70s, and it was still up all the way till relatively recent times.
Yeah, didn't they demolish it, like, I want to say within the past 10 years or so?
I would say maybe 10, 15 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was it was creepy. Like, it was definitely
Hell yeah.
creepy if you didn't know what it was, because you saw the church, which was the chapel of the actual labor camp, and all that stuff. So it was creepy.
I can agree to that. I mean, I've went in there numerous times as a teenager, and there were multiple instances where one of them was, seeing people up next to the bell tower and you would when you were inside of it. So I kind of mapped this place out. Inside, it was just rooms, and concrete everywhere. There was no real, like, doors or furniture or anything of that sort. And there was broken glass everywhere. Where that glass came from, I have no idea.
Well, the windows itself, I mean,
more than likely. And there was just random stuff in there, and that could have been from the transients or whatever. But there, when you were in there, so you had two factors that you were scared of. It could have been something paranormal, or it could have been something like a transient that was just passing by, or maybe they live there. So, not to scare anybody listening or watching, but we're desert people. Everybody's packing, except Danny, and and you have to go with that mindset that you could either experience something paranormal or someone's actually living in there, because it was a nice sized facility. It wasn't ginormous, but it wasn't small either.
No, it was about a football field size.
Yeah, that's a good take. Yeah, that's a good take. It's about a football field size. So I remember we went in there a couple times, and you would always see shadows moving from door to, room to room. and it would freak you out because of those two factors, whether it was a transient or an actual, like you're seeing something paranormal or something like that. And there was one time I was in there and it felt like somebody was right behind me, and all you heard was, I was like, what the and I don't remember if I screamed or if I freaked out. All I remember is I told them we need to get out of here, and we left. But obviously, we went back a couple more times, and something I don't know. I maybe we should do a little more research on it. Maybe for the next podcast, we
I
could.
think that's like Skinwalker.
It's possible, dude. It's a possibility, especially because all of that is old land. Like it's all like, when I say old land, I don't necessarily mean, everything that was constructed there is old. I mean,
Like,
I'm talking about like indigenous people,
Yeah.
like, Native Americans or Native Mexicans too.
it's still
And-
relatively untouched despite those like few structures that are around there, considering.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have a lot of the old schools that are still up. Old Mulberry, Old Pine, Old Verdi School, and all that stuff. Let me see if I could.
But compared to like LA, those are like small little blips on the map.
Yeah, but
you know?
the problem, like, we still have these stuff, and we try to preserve it, I guess you could say. But, like,
The
LA
conditions.
demolishes the past and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
if you guys.
they do.
I don't know if you guys are seeing this.
Yeah. I can see it.
Okay, well, that's the Verdi School.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So the Verdi School is to the east end of the county, south of Holtville, east of Calexico. It's You can't see how big it is, but it's pretty big. It goes to the backside like that.
I want to go.
Yeah, the Verdi School. It's blocked off, and
That's what
What's
my
that?
question. Is it blocked off?
it's fenced off because it's in half private property.
Mhm.
You have like the Mulberry School, the Pine School still has the old buildings, the
Ooh,
Jasper School.
Can we save this?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, you
save
could,
this.
Matt,
yeah.
is this run by BLM or is this run by an actual like family, like now, like the land and stuff like that?
The Verdi School is
Yeah.
in a farm. It's in a farm. It's in the family area. The
Mhm.
Jasper School. I don't know if you guys are seeing what I'm. Oh yeah, the Jasper School
Yeah.
itself is
Mhm.
the old Eucalyptus Schoolhouse. They renamed it, which is an event center.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's up and all that stuff. It's not a big thing. Like I said, the Pine School is an actual school that's still up. The Mulberry School is an actual school, and so that building itself is on school property.
hmm
You know what I mean?
Oh shit.
Well, the rundown one. The only reason why I'm
And the
asking is 'cause-
rundown one, I want.
That's what it looked like right there.
Well, the reason
The
why I'm
Verde
asking
School?
is even if it's like closed down, we can try to.
Yeah,
get,
we
like,
could go up to
somewhat
it and park right
permission.
next to it. Yeah.
Well,
absolutely.
Even we can even try to get permission.
I wonder if
just
we
to go
could.
in
Yeah,
there.
why don't we try to get permission?
Yeah,
And
that's
film.
not a. We could probably do that.
Like,
Yeah, I don't see why
whoever
not.
we can contact, we can do that for sure.
Yeah, I don't think they're up on registry for like historical places.
Mhm.
You said it's
we have-
privately owned, right?
Well, I'm pretty sure that it's blocked off, but the land belongs to most likely the county.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
So
I mean, they'll
we
just
can
ask us
contact the
what
county
we're going to
then.
do it for, and we'll just be like, "Oh, it's for historical purposes."
yeah, the thing is, I don't like attracting. You know how when you have like a local spot and people start attracting.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want people to start going over there and then some idiot
Well, no.
fucking lights a fire to the fucking place. The Bravo, the CM Ranch is still there too. That one's pretty creepy. From how it looks today. I mean, that's the one. I know you guys know that's the one that's out off of Second Street. The one that's out, off of
Yeah.
Pauker.
Mm-hmm.
That one's still there, but that is a historically preserved place.
I
So-
still want to go. I would still love to go.
There was there's a lot of places that I would have liked to go. For instance, the Planners Hotel, which is gone now. That place was fucking gorgeous, man. That place was really good, and that place was fucking super creepy at the same time.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah,
I think there's a big correlation with both native individuals or indigenous people and these historical places or land, I should say in general, with coupled with some type of paranormal, because I it's I wouldn't say it's historically documented. I would just say that it's echoed throughout the paranormal community that the desert is like the hotbed for paranormal activity.
Just 'cause there's
Especially,
nothing.
yeah, well, and it's easier for spirits or um, entities to live without being bothered,
Yeah.
and uh, moreover, they tend to say that it's a popular place for demons too, because it's regularly hot, but it's also cold. I guess it depends on what it is that you're looking at or what you're talking about. But it's old land and old buildings for sure have always creeped me out. But I feel like for the sake of our YouTube channel, we should do a POV adventure and go check these places out, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna if you're watching or listening, if you're on YouTube, just let you guys know that it is in the plans, it is in the works, that we want to go out there and explore these places and do POV adventures with the BGCR guys and explore and show it to you guys, especially places that don't get too much publicity, or like kind of the deep corners of where we live, because I feel like a lot of places are overplayed, like the Winchester House, like that place in San Diego, or what is that place called? The Whaley House.
No, yeah.
Yeah, the Whaley House. Like
Hotel del Coronado.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell.
Yeah, exactly. They're just kind of overplayed, and I think we'll do a good job of exploring places, especially places that we're talking about. And if you're not from the area, and from past episodes we talk about them, and you have no idea what we're talking about, hopefully we could shed some light on that. But anyway.
Yeah. Yep.
What else?
There's there's a lot of good places to check out. I mean, even in Yuma has a lot of old places. I mean,
Felicity,
Yuma
I want
was
to go.
Yuma was the Wild West of. I mean, people don't understand. Like, Arizona itself didn't become a state till like 1912.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're like you. I know it's hard to link yourself with that timeline, but it's like 1912 was not that long ago compared to like how the other states.
Yeah,
it was like, so like they weren't like okay, I guess we'll let them in now. I mean, you have Fort Yuma, you have the Yuma Territorial Prison that's still there, and up in you can go check it out yourself. The river, all kinds of cool creepy stuff.
For sure.
A lot.
There's a lot of stuff that's not here anymore that I wish we could check out. But I mean,
it's because they've demolished a lot of things.
A lot of stuff has been demolished, or Clinton itself, or stuff like that. Arson and all that good stuff.
Yeah, it definitely ruins pretty much all of that.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like in LA I would like to visit, to be honest with you. All those buildings.
I mean, I still want us to go to Turnbull Canyon. I know we talked about in episode.
Yeah, and then we could go
16,
to the
17?
other place I went.
Yeah, and that place too, Steven. So
Heritage
Steven was
Square.
supposed to get
No,
some.
no.
Steven was supposed to
Forgot what
get
it's
some
called.
footage of that place he went to,
My
but
phone
unfortunately, his phone died.
Fucking flip phones.
Flip phones. His sidekick. He has a sidekick still.
Well, Sergio, remember, we still want to hit up Jerome too.
Yeah,
Jerome as well.
would be cool.
I want to go to
And-
the center of the world in, what is it? Felicity?
Felicity?
Right there?
Yeah.
Felicity,
Just
California.
because it's
yeah.
weird.
And Goldfield.
It's so
my
funny
God.
because
It
these
was-
people, every time I keep seeing videos about it, they're like, they meet the people who run the place, which, I mean, we know who the people are,
Yeah.
but they're so nice. They're like, oh yeah, welcome.
It's a
come
front.
on."
It's
And
a
you
front.
don't, and you don't have to, like, for instance, they don't have to be there for you to go there. There's like an honesty box, so you drop in your like donation.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I mean,
you
you don't need a fucking donation for those people, but you need, you drop in the donation and you go and explore around yourself.
Yeah.
You go up to the little chapel, that
Oh,
weird, scary
they-
chapel up on the hill.
That whole
Yeah,
sign of contract thing, I don't think that's like a real thing.
Yeah, so I can't. I've never been there as long as I've
Well,
lived here or been here, but I just
maybe they do
it's
that if they know that you're like you have some kind of publicity
show.
or a show or
Yeah.
something. Maybe they do that. But
Yeah,
if we just roll
like
up
an
with
NDA.
like little GoPros or whatever, hitting
Because
in our
remember
pocket.
they're like, oh, they try and like recruit you in a cult and shit.
Yeah.
That's what like people
Well-
are speculating on.
Well,
I'd be mad if they didn't try to recruit me.
I know, right?
It's like that
Well,
episode of Seinfeld where George trying to recruit into the Sunshine Cleaners and he can't. They're like, "What's wrong with me? Why don't you fucking want to?" You know?
Why don't you want me in your club? Well, the crazy. So they have. You said an honesty box. Is that what they call it?
Yeah, you just you dump in your $5 or whatever, and you
Because they expect you to be an honest person and do it.
Yeah, I'm sure that somebody's watching you throughout the whole time.
Oh,
through
someone
chat.
watching you. Someone
yeah.
watching you.
They're like,
And I'm sure
you
it's-
didn't hit the honesty box.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's
Who told
something
you that?
paranormal that's watching
We saw.
God.
too. God, they're like, oh yeah, who told you? Some fucking random demon name. Oh shit. Okay,
He tells all.
Never mind.
Yeah.
He
What?
tells all. He's the demon that watches money and he's a toll demon.
It's all demon.
That's wild. It's just for anybody that's lit. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's probably multiple things that you experience in a city setting, but I don't know, man. I just feel like living out in the
No,
desert,
desert's
you just
different.
experience so much shit. So much
and
shit.
even if
Unexplainable
it's
shit.
not something paranormal that you see or something like alien or anything, it's like the whole experience is completely different. I mean,
It is.
Yeah.
it's like even if in the back of your mind it's not something supernatural or whatever, you're like, oh, that was cool. I don't know what it is, and it gives you that little thrill of not knowing what the fuck you just saw. You know,
course.
and it's for us that live I can speak for myself that still lives out in the country or out here in a rural area. It's like I'm like, oh, cool. I see that again. But people come by and they're like, oh, what the hell is that? I'm like, that's a fucking rock.
Why is this rock shaped like this?
Exactly, like and that's fine. You got to let your imagination run away with you every so often. So it gives you that the thrill of the
Thrill.
mystery or
You
whatever
know what's
it is.
funny though is that I can add to that where it's so we've taken people that live in LA back to Calexico many times, and that have never been there or have never really been out to the wilderness or like the desert or nothing like that. I'm not gonna say the person's name on here. I think Ethan's gonna know what story I'm talking about, but
Steven.
it's fun. So they went out, and do you remember off the 8 that there's like a Chevron and a Denny's way out there by the mountains?
Are you talking about the tower?
Oh, on the other side of the tower, but the 8 side, not the 98 side.
Okay, well on the 98 there's 2 towers, but what about it?
So we stopped right there because said person needed to go to the restroom.
Okay.
And they got off, and this person was freaking out. They're like, "Oh my god, I can't see anything." I'm like, "Yep, that's how it is. It's the desert." And they're like, "Oh my god," they're freaking out, and they're freaking out the whole time until we got to in town, and still not complaining, just like kind of dumbfounded, and they're just like, "Oh, I don't know, but we stopped right here and it was like some hills have eyes shit." I'm like, dude, relax, man. It's not that big of a deal. You're
gonna make it fine. If the sissy Spaniards can make it across this desert with fucking horses, that you'll be able to make it across. You'll be
fine. And that's the disparities like of growing up in the city to growing up in a place like Imperial Valley.
Ethan doesn't remember who you're talking about. Just so you know that. But I mean,
that's good. It's good.
Yeah.
That means the person, if they're listening or watching, they know I'm not talking about them either, or maybe they will. Who knows?
Yeah. So another good. I mean, it's more of a complication hike. I would like to do. I'm going to do it eventually, but I mean, to take you guys on, I don't want you guys dying. would be
Damn.
climbing Mount Signal, because you have to climb it from the Mexican side. Because
Oh,
from the
really?
American side, it's too steep.
Too steep. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Look,
And-
I'm not
and when-
about
if you-
to get caught by Border Patrol. I don't want to seem like I'm trying to cross the border, okay?
So there's actually groups that go up from the Mexican side, because even if you climbed it from the American side, once you get to the summit, you cross into Mexican territory.
Right.
So you have to do it with the group from the Mexican side that goes up, and the view is fucking spectacular.
Really?
Like,
Okay.
yeah, you could see from all the way from
Can
the
you
north
do this
end
at
to the
night,
Salton
or is
Sea.
it only the day?
I don't know, but night would be fucking epic if you could be able to do it at nighttime. I mean, just the view out there would be insane. I'm not sure how clear it would be, considering proximity to Mexicali and all their pollution, light pollution,
Right.
and chemical pollution. But
You be chemical the New River.
the New River and all their industrial bullshit.
Imagine you're at the peak at night and all you see is gong above you. It's just the spotlight above you.
Yeah,
You're like, oh
Sergio.
shit, it's over.
Sergio.
It's over.
This is it. It's it.
Yeah, that's it. Dude.
We're going.
I'm a goner. I'm a goner.
Now we're just gonna
I'll be back.
transcend into the
I'll be-
universe.
I'll be back at a hospital like in a week with a gaping butt. And
From
To become
probing?
one of those people that comes on the news. So I was abducted, and they're nice people. It's okay. They just want us to be.
they're just misunderstood.
look, man,
just-
they're nice.
They're just
All
trying
they
to feed
did
their
was-
families.
They're just feeding their family. They just probed me real quick. Like the probe came out of my mouth, but they're nice. Trust me. They're
They're
really
really
nice.
nice, and there's like I'm one of them now. I became their brothers. It's okay.
And my eyes start blinking horizontally instead of vertically like that.
And then Steven's gonna come out of nowhere. The lizard! Fucking shoot Sergio.
It's the lizard people. No, he won't do that because his Lord and Savior is Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
Dude, he's not a lizard. He's a cyborg.
he sucks the Zuck.
He sucks the suck. He zucks the suck.
He's not even
Yeah,
a living
yeah.
thing. He has artificial life.
Dude, speaking of, what about the new meta? What the hell is that shit?
looks
I,
crazy.
I don't know how real that was.
Was that real or was that
Nah.
like
That's
Lex
CGI?
Friedman.
I hope
Probably
it's
AI.
CGI.
No, I
Well, it's
know who
probably
it
both,
is,
but like,
but like, did they get like ILM
I mean, it's good.
or Pixar to do that for them, and
Look,
then they did it?
I just hope it's CGI, because
I
if it's
don't
real,
know.
what the fuck?
That's crazy because that means we could be in the simulation right now.
Yeah,
I'm not.
dude.
I'm not.
Fuck no.
You guys don't think that? Like how? Okay,
Sergio.
we don't talk about conspiracy theories as much as we do with paranormal, but we should because that's part of our our tagline or whatever. But how everybody here? That's a question for everybody. How real do you think that is that we're living in a simulation? We're hooked up to a fucking supercomputer.
It's possible, just like
Possible.
anything
I don't
else.
fucking know. We're
It's
possible.
something your
GTA.
mind can't wrap around.
I'd be disappointed if my character was exactly the same as me. To be
Me
honest,
too.
with you.
I'd be
Yeah.
upset.
I'd be like, "What? I'm already
Exactly.
living the fucking life now."
like
so
if,
what the
if
fuck?
I wake up and I look in the mirror and it's another Sergio, I'm gonna be like, man, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Really?
What the fuck?
What about you, Steven? How do you feel like how real it could be on a scale of 0 to 100 or 0 to 10 or whatever you want to say?
7.5.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Simple.
It's 7.
I would say the same, 7.5. But what are your thoughts on that, Steven?
I can't wrap my head like I
Exactly.
I don't know. That's like an infinite like gap in thought.
It's like
I
the
don't know.
concept of death.
But it'd be
Like, you
wild,
can't,
right?
Like,
Yeah,
It'd be wild.
Yeah, it would be, but it'd be like 2001: A Space Odyssey, like how it just ends.
Yeah. Or moreover, just the Matrix.
I don't know, whatever.
but like
What about
I feel
you,
like
Ethan?
I think it's like a 7, but like Steven, I can't wrap my head around it because it's like one of those things you think about. It's like the same type of way you think, what happens during death, or like how big the fucking universe is and like space.
Yeah, you're just
like,
trying to wrap
emptiness and
your
shit.
mind around something that you know or
Yes.
that you've been through.
It's like
But
I feel like our minds just
obviously you
can't
can't.
like
See-
comprehend it.
You guys already know I'm fucking psychotic and I say stupid shit and I talk about penis all the time. And so in my head, when I think about it, it's so all this like paranormal stuff that we experience or the aliens,
Oh,
aliens. Oh my
what's going
God.
on?
Is that Matt
Yeah.
or is that Andrea? Matt's doing it with his
no.
foot. He's holding it with his foot.
What the?
That's how he looks. That's how he looks on his vehicles.
Nah, he's the
Um,
creeper.
What the hell's that?
Creeper.
It's
He's like, I can't disclose that.
the little that mirror with the wheels at the bottom. You know, like
Oh,
the border. Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? I thought you were
The
doing it with your
creeper.
foot. I was like, Jesus, monkey over
When
here.
he said I'm using the creeper, I'm like, what fucking LA thug are you talking about?
Yeah.
Little creeper.
creeper.
Little creeper.
Creeper.
So what I was saying is, like all this paranormal and alien stuff. It's Steven. He's like, what if it's you're hooked up to this giant computer, and it's people just writing in code to fuck with you while you're conscious in the Matrix. And wouldn't that be wild? I always think of stupid stuff like that, like they're writing in code so that you experience, especially me because I experience a lot, which I need to talk about. And I
I
think
don't believe in code. If I have to be completely honest, I know that doesn't make sense.
but you're a man of science. How do you not believe code?
I don't know. Like I think like it's just I think it's all bullshit. I don't. I know that sounds fucking weird. I don't know.
Like what code did you don't believe in, like HTML code, or what code are we talking about?
Are you talking about like
This is-
website building
this
website
is
code?
This is gonna sound fucking weird, but like I don't believe in like how. Where does it fucking start? Do you understand? Like where does it fucking start? Like you have zeros and ones, and
Binary.
what,
Yeah,
a
it's
fucking
binary.
so you start fucking typing in zeros and ones and it fucking makes something. That's bullshit.
I think we finally found Matt's
We
fucking like
finally
breaking
found
point.
his
He does not believe in binary code. For sure.
his concept his
Well,
conspiracy
newsflash,
theory
buddy.
is code is
It
fake.
does.
Code is fake.
Code is fake. Like
No.
really, 001 is makes fucking purple. Bullshit.
It's the
Like
amount.
it, like in my mind, like I just because I know that it's just because I don't understand it. Like it makes no fucking sense.
What's funny
Don't
is
worry,
as it is
me too for certain
Like
things.
I've never tried
Yeah.
to understand it, so don't get me wrong. You know, I might. You know, I'm gonna offend.
Well, you
some
know who would
fucking-
be able to shed a little
I'm
more.
gonna
I
prove
mean,
you
I only
wrong.
know very little code because of my profession, but the person that would be able to shed a little light on it is not here because he's actually studying code. Is Michael? And
Yeah, but like think about it. So where do you start? I mean, what made the first thing to type code into to make other things?
aliens. That's an easy answer.
Like
aliens.
it's so fucking like in my mind, it's like it's so stupid and like the whole thing is just. I'm like, really? So we
It's
randomly just
crazy.
started typing shit into a
That's-
fucking little
I'm gonna
silicon
start-
square.
You know what? I'm gonna add something to my algorithm. It's gonna be code memes, and I'm gonna start sending them to Matt.
Oh god, Matt. But then okay, do you
Am I supposed to
Binary
believe some
code.
fucking goddamn little skinny kid at fucking UC Berkeley decided
I'm
to?
gonna send you so many binary codes that are gonna be like, "You are a bitch,"
wait?
kind of
But
thing.
then okay, Matt, I have a question for you though. Since you can't comprehend code, can you comprehend the endless universe?
Yeah, of course I can. That's fucking easy. That's fucking easy.
That's
Yeah,
easy.
of course.
What I'm saying is not thinking about it, but the fact of how big
Look,
things
look,
are,
look,
how
you're
far
breaking
things
Steven's
are, and
brain
like,
right now.
Yeah, my fucking.
like how far things
mind's
are, and like
hurting.
dark matter, and like all that stuff. You can comprehend
Steven's
all
two
that.
brain cells are
That's
working overtime
that's
right
easy
now.
for me to understand. I know that sounds insane.
Black smoke.
You're breaking Steven's head right now. Like he's just
The two cogwheels.
the
in my brain
cogwheels are
just
they're like this.
Hey,
Oh, shit.
Sergio,
they're gonna break.
if you guys notice something, this whole time we're talking, Steven's just like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it though. Like, just like, what the fuck?
Steven's like, I need a
But he's
schmuck
right.
bro.
Yeah, well,
It
like,
doesn't make
what?
sense.
It doesn't.
I
make
never
sense, but
thought
it
of
does,
this.
but
I
it
never
doesn't.
thought of this.
No, I've
You know
thought
what?
about
I've
like,
never,
Like
like,
to create
Yeah, I
something
know
to
what you mean.
type in. It's
Like,
like that
yeah.
didn't just
someone that's way smarter than I am, but I would, you know what? We need to look into a little further because this is a conspiracy theory that would be.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people like. There's got
It's
to be
really
videos.
not a
of-
conspiracy theory. It's just that we're fucking morons and don't understand it.
yeah, or don't shed any light on it.
Conspiracy
Like,
theory
I-
of morons. That's what it is.
Like there was a point in my life where it was like, do you want to learn how to type in fucking random numbers to create bullshit, or do you want to learn how to fucking
Or do you
teach
wanna-
everybody in the world?
Or do you want to?
And I chose,
or,
you know,
or do you want to grow asparagus? Pick one.
yeah, exactly. Can't fucking write code on a fucking empty stomach, bastards.
So, we're almost at an hour. I want to say this last story real quick. So this has a lot to do with Steven and where he's at right now. So
Oh, I know you're
finally, I wanted to save this for the podcast. He's
Oh,
been
yeah.
begging me to tell him what I saw, but now I'm going to say it. So there's two things actually I wanted to show because actually one just developed while I was in LA this past weekend. So let's go over the first one. So I've experienced multiple things at Steven's house where he's at right now. If you're watching the podcast, his room, I've seen shit in that room. I've seen shit pretty much in anywhere. His
In
house.
my room?
Yes, where you're
Like
at right
what?
Sergio, don't scare
Okay, well,
Steven.
get
yeah,
there.
you're about to say it.
I thought that was a
I
rule.
gotta,
Yeah.
I gotta give it a story, man. That's why we have a podcast. So look, and that's why when the first time I went there and that I stayed there for a while and I was going back, this was like almost 5 years ago. I had asked questions. I'd be like, so do you guys ever experience anything paranormal here? No, never. That's why when Steven's always like, I've never experienced anything. I'm like, you live in it. You live in it. Like
I
you don't
still
see
really
it.
haven't.
For him, it's just normal.
He's like, oh, I'm so high right now. I don't know what's going on.
I'll hear shit, but that's just because there's fucking animals that, like a fucking possum or something will go under the house.
So-
You'll just hear it like rub on the pipes, and you hear
Steven.
Is your house elevated
like a
foundation?
little rat. Yeah, they all are
Oh,
like a little
Steven.
bit.
I don't.
All right.
Yeah.
Can
So
I
here we go.
bring a
There's
spirit
crawl
box?
spaces.
Can I bring a spirit box
Oh.
to your room?
Oh, dude, you're gonna want to
No,
because
no,
what I experienced is
no. Like
wild.
what telling me
Wild
is
okay?
one
All right,
thing, but
get to it. Get to it.
Experience.
Here we go.
yeah,
Go,
All
Sergio.
right, so it was middle of the night. Okay, middle of the night. I was thirsty as fuck, and I went to the kitchen. And their house is creepy already. It's old. It's like an older home in LA.
As
It's
I walk
creaky.
past Steven's room, I hear.
Oh, like that meme.
That
Have
was
you seen
me.
that meme? So I'm walking to the kitchen. I hear footsteps following me to the kitchen. I thought it was Steven or Selena, like coming up behind me because they're thirsty too or something, you know? And I get to the kitchen. I get the bottle of water. I close the fridge. Where the fridge door was, there's just fucking something there just chilling, staring at me. Just standing there. I can't see it's pitch black. I didn't turn on any lights. But you can still kind of see with your night vision, your natural night vision. And I was like, oh, fuck. Like, who's that? What was that?
It says, "How you doing? Thirsty?"
And that was the
Howdy,
first time
neighbor.
that I stayed there. And I was just like, and it didn't move. I moved slowly. I was kind of like, oh, okay, bye.
Don't leave, Sergio.
No, if I heard that, I would have fucking screamed and woke everyone up in that fucking house. And that after that day, I asked Selena, I'm like, have you guys ever experienced shit here? Like, I didn't tell anybody because I didn't want to. I mean, I don't know their situation. I didn't know if they were, well aware of what's going on in their house, or I don't want to freak
summoning stuff themselves, or
I would ask, and they're always like, "Oh, no, not really. It's actually relatively calm here." I'm like, "No, it fucking isn't." And I was like, "All right, sure, okay."
Well, it's hate to burst the bubble, but it ain't.
So ever since that happened, well, actually before that happened, I would see things in the corner of my eyes and I didn't think anything of it. But the room that Steven's in right now wasn't always his room. He actually used to be in the room next to him, and that was like some like showroom that his mom has. I don't remember what it's called, but anyway, the point is I went to the restroom and I really didn't like explore the house. I didn't know it very much. I just passed by the room. Someone was sitting on a fucking couch, and I was like, "Oh, cool, that's like their aunt or something." Or a chair. It was a chair, not a couch. And I was like, "Oh, cool." And I remember I went back because Selena used to sleep in the back room, and I went back to the back room. I'm like, "Oh, cool. Is like your aunt here or something?" And she's like, "Who?" I'm like, "Oh, nothing." Fuck. All right, nothing. Forget about it.
It's just sitting there.
Never
going,
seen anything like that,
dude. Okay, and then the craziest part, the part that just had the incident that happened this past weekend. Okay, I'm dead tired. We drove to LA, and it was it was an okay drive, but I'm tired. I have insomnia. I don't get a lot of sleep, so I'm tired, and I'm just laying down in the guest bedroom with the lights off. I think Steven's in his room. Not sure.
Yep.
And I'm laying down, and all I feel is like something come over me behind me as I'm laying down, but I'm asleep. Like I'm kind of experienced this in a lucid dream, like in and out of sleep. And I think I'm dreaming, but something comes up behind me and goes, "What are you doing?" And I go, "Oh, fuck. No, you heard what I said, right?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm just like,
They're just being quiet.
I don't know if you guys saw, but I actually posted a story after that
With the
when I was in
ghosts.
LA with the little ghost in it. And then that's right after that happened.
That's looking out into the front room.
Yes. So that's not the end of it. Of course, I'm still seeing shit there, and I'm not really telling anybody. I didn't want to tell Steven. He's like, tell me, you gotta tell me, you gotta tell me. I'm like, wait till the podcast, I'll fucking tell you. So
I'm gonna go to your house one of these days. I mean, I've been to outside your house, but never been there. I'm just gonna walk in and be like, "Oh, I'm on the podcast. Don't worry, don't mind me."
Yeah, I got clearance.
I got clearance, dude.
Get fit there.
So here's the crazier part. Okay, this is the crazier part. So we're leaving. Like it's Sunday. We're ready to leave. Come back to Vegas. And I'm like, what the? I open up my bag to make sure, the general shit that you do when you're going back home, when you're traveling. I'm looking at my shit, see if I have everything. And I'm like, okay, I have all my chargers. I got my Nintendo Switch. I have my I'm ready to go. But it seemed a little light. And I'm like, what the fuck? Where's my t-shirts? So I tell Selena, I'm like, hey, I think I left my t-shirts in the guest room back at your mom's house. And she's like, okay, well, I'm going to go take Olivia, and I'll look at it and I'll see if I can find it. I'll ask my mom and look in the dryer or the washer or whatever, see if Steven got it by accident or whatever. I don't think Steven went in that room, and they were nowhere to be found. And to this day, those t-shirts are fucking gone.
It
gone.
happens.
Just straight up gone. I never took those t-shirts out of my bag. They were nicely folded in my bag and just sitting there, and they were just gone. Okay. I don't know if it was some duende or some shit, but whatever's in that house, that dude fucks around
Maybe it
way
is.
too much.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is
Who-
fucking duendes.
And then we find out something hides Steven's keys.
No, they were on top of the fridge, and I remember now. I remember doing that. But
So,
dude, that shit was driving me nuts.
so needless to say, now you know, Steven, there's shit in that house. Don't tell your
I have
mom.
never. She won't even believe it anyway, or she'll just tell herself.
She'll just make
it's
a
not
face.
real.
Your mom will just be like,
Yeah.
See, that's why I need to go in
She's
there with my spirit box.
well, yeah. Usually, people that are scared or freaked out, that's their natural
Yeah.
reaction. Like,
But
he's fucking.
me, I've never
Oh, I gotta
only
take
that
that
one
out.
time. Only that one time the TV turned on by itself when I thought of that. That was weird.
No.
That's the
Hell no.
only weird thing.
Look, man. Next time I go, I'm gonna borrow Ethan's like spirit box or EVP
I
or
told
some
you
shit.
to.
Next
well,
time you
this
go, I'll
is
bear with
before-
you.
Yeah. Next
What?
time you come with it, he's gonna come. He's gonna come.
I'm gonna.
Oh,
Next time Shredder goes, I'm gonna come.
He's gonna come with me. And
I'll bring everything.
And we'll do because we could do that, and then we could go to Turnbull Canyon or that place that you went to.
yeah.
We can do that. So anyway, we are a little over time, but it is time for Steven's favorite time.
It's video time.
Steven, I'll
Alright.
bring the EVP. I'll bring the spirit box, and then I'll bring
And then the crucifix.
oh yeah,
The
I'll bring a
crucifix.
crucifix.
we're gonna exercise it like in Demonologist.
And I'll bring the digital recorder too. So, want me to share mine first,
Shit,
Rigo?
yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
So, what we're about to see is actual live footage of the Animeville Horror House.
Or
Actual live, like right now.
No, not live, but what they've recorded.
I'm like, what? How?
they don't
Live
live
action.
anymore. Live action. And be that.
Oh, wait, I didn't enable it. Give me a second. I always forget to do that.
Is it scary?
It could be.
I don't like that.
Scary.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
This next picture that we're going to see,
I think
was
this is,
taken
this is
again-
an astonishing picture, in fact.
yes, with infrared film.
Oh, yes.
And it's in the upstairs bedrooms. Just to the left there, you see what looks like a small boy's face looking out with bioluminescent eyes. This was the room of one of the young boys who was murdered there.
Isn't that
Now,
eerie?
a lot of people
Oh
say,
my
well, it's not the
God.
spirit of the
No.
young boy.
Yeah.
No, it is not the spirit of the young boy. But it is a diabolical spirit with luminescent eyes that appears in that home to confuse the investigators.
You think that is an evil spirit, Ed?
Positively. Everything about this house was evil.
Dude,
So,
that's
we should start
wild.
infrared
That's
some-
wicked.
Should start doing some infrared stuff, Sergio.
I'm down.
It's expensive.
Oh yeah.
You mean
But,
as expensive
there's-
my nods?
Well, no, I mean, if it's just like I just you guys remember I used to do a lot of photography.
Yeah.
I remember.
I started on, as you should start, in my humble opinion, is you should always start on film before you go into digital, because now you have all these people that do digital.
Did you have a
Photoshop,
MySpace?
Photoshop.
Didn't you have a
I did.
MySpace Matte Photography or something like that?
I
Matte
had
Flores
one,
Photography?
yeah. I did. I mean, not to toot my own horn, but I had a couple of published photos, but
Oh,
yeah.
oh.
But I will no longer associate myself with Starbucks.
All right. Was that
All right.
your Ed
Yes,
Warren Lane?
that was
Warren
the
thing?
Ed
Okay.
for today for this
That was
podcast.
a good one. That was a good one.
But honestly,
good. I
though,
mean-
there's a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Just save them for every episode.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, that's crazy that you have that up and put it up, because it was actually one of the videos I got too for this podcast. Spoopy. It's kind of spoopy.
That is scary.
Um,
But yes, infrared, we should do it. I'll invest in one camera. Right, everyone. It's a
Yeah,
take
down.
photos.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's do this.
And we'll have Matt take photos since he's published.
Yeah.
Since he's published. Let me know if you guys can hear. Right?
Okay.
You can see though.
Yeah, I can see it.
Can you hear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that something right there?
You hear that shit?
Yeah.
Look at the door. Look at the door. Look at the door.
It's like something's right there.
You hear the dog growling?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No. Hell no.
Oh,
Is that a dog
It-
growling or is that like the entity?
I
think it's
have
a
no
dog.
clue, but it sounds like a dog. But
Yeah.
it's where you can see something at the door. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that was faster. I think the video's not over. Oh, that chair moved.
yep. There's a shadow on the bottom left corner, bottom right corner right now.
I see that. That is not a dog.
No,
That's not
I
a
guess
fucking
not.
dog. Dude.
Yeah.
Right. I think it's kind of repeating itself.
Yeah.
Woo. Any explanation on that one, guys? I don't think
That was
so, right?
creepy.
No, that was creepy.
All right, let's go to the next one. So I'll save this for the last part. But so touching, since we dove a little bit into our conspiracy theory side, especially Matt with his binary code bullshit. Check this out. This is gonna blow your mind. This is from the Joe Rogan podcast. We generally don't like to show other podcast stuff on here, but whatever.
I love it.
Here's another conspiracy theory. You've seen all the grainy footage of nuclear test blasts
Sure.
with the mushroom clouds. And there are always these grainy things, and there's all these like little
happened?
houses lined up, and these little trees lined up, and it blows everything down. Yeah. Okay, so here's the question, right? So what happened? Okay, so this is great. Okay, you'll love this. So what happened to the camera?
You son of a bitch. What happened?
How is that happening yet the camera is like totally stable and fine?
Oh my god.
And by the way, and the film is fine. The radiation didn't cause any damage to the film.
Oh my god.
And by the way,
I always
okay, we'll
wondered
do this
that
one more
too.
time here. Let's see the car. Where's the car?
behind the house. It just showed up.
Oh, it
Okay,
just showed up.
So wait a minute. First
It
of all,
wasn't there.
First of all, where'd the car
No
come
car.
from?
No car.
Second, does it really look like a
Car.
real, does that look like a real
What
car?
That's
the?
insane.
And look at the and look at when the house blows.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at the wood. Does that look like those are full size giant lumber beams as they go flying? Is that a house or is that is that a 12-inch scale model?
What?
Right.
That does look fake.
And also the camera didn't move at all either.
You know what it looks like? It looks like the smoke is too big. Watch when it hits. Like the volume, like the size of it, it looks small. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it looks like we're looking at something that's like a few inches tall.
If you watch making of Star Wars, any of the any movies before CGI, whenever they do anything like that, it's always with these tiny models.
Yeah, this looks fake as shit.
Right. Another one. It's like, okay, what the camera's fine.
That's hilarious.
That has to be true because it's like
Wild.
I'm
well,
waiting
not,
for
you guys
not
ever
the
think about
footage,
that?
but
I could think of
No.
a lot of explanations for that.
it's propaganda probably.
Well, yeah, but and if you wanted to go the route that it was real, there's a lot of explanations to it. One, they don't understand how fire science works, pretty much. Second, the cameras could have been either encased or there is no film. Period. It could have just been wired up to actually record somewhere else.
What about the scale of everything? It was not
the
proportional.
scale? We
correct?
don't have anything to gauge scale. We really don't have anything to gauge scale.
Well, the smoke doesn't look like it just doesn't make sense.
That goes back to that not understanding how how fire science would work. How at that extreme heat, the composition of the materials would be made up to how fast it would ignite and what kind of smoke it would actually create.
Boom!
I'm playing devil's
Boom!
advocate.
Boom.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Joe Rogan. I'm just kidding.
I think what Matt's just saying is just there's an explanation for everything. And just you can just take it up
Yeah, there always is.
yourself.
Yeah,
Because it's either completely fake or it's exactly what I said. They don't understand fire science, exactly how all those materials at that time period would be combustible,
Right.
and that it was wired up to record, from a mile away.
There was 2 videos. I chose this one. I'll save the other one for next episode. The other one was about the moon landing. So just prepare yourself for that on the next one.
Matt's like, all right, that one's fake.
100% real.
This one's creepy.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
What the hell?
That whole bush looks like not real.
That looks like an alien.
Oh, real question is, why the fuck did they get off the car to go look at this fucking thing?
And he slides back down. He's like, hell no.
He slid down like a little child, dude, like when they're playing on a hill. All right, that was... I love seeing Skinwalker stuff because it always interests me.
Security footage captured the homeowner's dog looking suspiciously out over their yard. The dog begins to bark as something spooks him. Suddenly, a strange set of disembodied legs runs across the background. The dog appears to be surprised by the sighting and heads inside. Looking more closely, the legs appear small and run at speed.
Dude.
That's creepy.
That's wild because you know what? You know what? A bunch of people are probably in the comments like, oh, it's CGI or some shit. But how do you canoodle the dog to be like, hey, you're gonna look that way when I film you right now or when I'm recording you? But you gotta like track the I don't know, dude.
Matt looks like he wants to put his 2 cents.
Devil's advocate guy. Can you make sense of it?
No. I mean, I really don't know.
That could be pre-recorded of something else.
It could be layered on. I'm not a video guy, but I mean, if I have to like really guess, it could just be layered on. But I mean, there's no reason to play devil advocate here. It could be something fucking crazy.
Yeah,
look at that.
I think it's
that comment, dude. That I think it is too, but that comment right there is dumb.
Invisibility cloaks.
People, yes, forget. Jesus Christ. Yes, okay, okay, Harry Potter. All right, next one. Whose is this? Is
mine?
Spooky.
That's my last one. Yeah.
You have to volume. I don't like the way it
again.
I don't like these videos.
Oh.
Fuck no.
You've been there for so long. Okay, come out.
Oh.
Ooh. Oh.
They opened it.
Oh. Dude.
Dave, it's your mother. You should come out.
Then what's your name then?
Oh, hell no.
It stopped.
Dude, I got crazy goosebumps with that shit. All right, what's my name?
that's
What's
nuts.
my name then? Oh. Oh shit.
That was my last video. I thought that was a good one.
Ethan, the rest is you.
All lighthearted because I knew Steven
Okay.
one, so I'm lighthearted.
I
My
guess we
scary is
could
always
just-
Ed and Lorraine.
Okay. Steven, you haven't shared videos in forever. What's going on here?
I haven't really been on. I don't know.
No, because he doesn't want to
Really
look
go
up
on.
scary stuff on
Oh,
his
because he
Instagram.
doesn't
to
want
show
to
up.
look up scary stuff. That's what it is.
And his algorithm's gone full of scary stuff. That's what
I
it is.
know. That's exactly what it is. Okay, so lighthearted.
Do yours last, Sergio. It's probably funnier than all of the other ones. Oh my god.
Hey, we're gonna try my followers' Chick-fil-A orders. Starting off with a spicy chicken sandwich. Take the bun off. Put the chicken patty in the bag. Pour some Polynesian sauce. Now we pour some ranch. Let it marinate together. Hey, shake! Take the...
What?
Wayne. He's such a legend, dude.
The hell? What did he say?
You didn't see that? Look.
Hey, we're gonna try my followers
Oh, I
Chick-fil-A
saw it,
orders.
but-
Starting off with a spicy chicken sandwich. Take the bun
Steven.
off. Put the chicken
Steven,
patty in
look
the
at
bag. Pour some Polynesian sauce. Now we pour some ranch. Let it
Look at his
marinate
face,
together.
look at his face.
I know.
Take the
Dude, whenever I'm having a bad day, I like to watch Wayne's videos, man.
Listen.
Me
I
too,
still
dude.
Play the one I sent to the,
hold
to
on.
the chat.
Can I say something? Something
Let
tells
me
me
say
this guy is like in
Let me tell you
character.
something.
Hold on.
What?
This, even if this guy's in character or this is not really him, that's still funny as shit.
It is too.
That's what I'm saying, because every time I'm having a rough day, I like watching his videos. It's
And
like
you know
an instant
what?
cheer up, dude.
You know what's funny is that he caught on that everybody loved that oh damn shit. Now he's like doing it as often as he can. Damn.
Damn.
Oh yeah, that shit. I remember. Okay. So if any of you look, man, I gotta show this. This is a wild video.
I know exactly
Okay.
why y'all be sick. Y'all take y'all ass out of town if you want to. Take your ass out the country. The auntie just spit in that bitch. Go ahead and get out the country. Get you some of that squeezed cheese sauce. Look at that right there. Get you some of that wrist sauce. Some of that
Squeeze
hand
cheese.
dip. Look. Yeah. I know y'all just want a little bite of this.
Yeah.
Pretty piece of feet, bitch. Yeah. Dip that in there. Put your hand in the grease. Fuck it. Come on over here. Let me see what y'all finna make today with them dirty ass fingertips. That nigga just made
He was elbow deep.
a bowl of doodle balls. What's this? Okay, we got them peppers. Okay, a little pepper, a little hand. No gloves. The t-shirt old. Come on, give me a bowl of it. Fuck it.
T-shirt's old.
Wipe your mouth on it. Okay, that's some mashed up. What the fuck are you making? I don't want it no more. Oh.
Some mashed up.
Play the next one.
Oh, I've seen this one. This was hilarious.
I want a double dragon chocolate mocha macchiato, a frappuccino.
Man, how in the hell do I know what the hell to say all of that?
A double dragon chocolate macchiato, frappuccino.
Double chocolate macchiato. A double dragon, double chico.
Draglin.
You heard me?
Yeah, you heard me.
Double chocolate.
Double chocolate.
Chocolate mocha frappuccino, macchiato.
Mocha papa chocolate mocha capito.
Papa.
You have a double chocolate chip mocha frappuccino or a regular mocha frappuccino?
What the hell is you? I mean, what are you saying?
What the hell is he saying?
Oh, fuck.
That is hilarious.
The third one.
We got a couple more.
Oh fuck! Right
Oh, you're missing one.
Oh wait.
The runner next to the guy. You're missing it.
Okay.
Dude, Ethan, I think our algorithms are the same because I'm getting all these videos too. I've seen this one too. I'm gonna die, dude. Oh, I've seen this one too. Dude, our algorithms are the same.
No, just wait. The way they tie it in.
Oh. Like, no.
Slow like a bimbo type of slow? Like
It's a
ditzy?
zombie?
What is that?
An attractive but unintelligent or frivolous young woman.
Hey.
Okay, this is gonna end the podcast. This is the piece de resistance. You ready? This fucking video, dude.
¿Qué me vas a dar, ¿Qué es eso, terco, Pruébala. Es cocaína.
Es cocaína.
It's fake.
The metal, the cheap plastic metal. It sounds like it's like
Generic
you know what it sounds like
metal solo.
No, dude, it sounds like when the Power Rangers are about to battle against the monsters. Go Power Rangers! That's what it was like.
I can't get over that old man in the damn Starbucks drive-through.
Dude, I saw that video. He's like Chuppa Puppuccino.
What the hell is he talking about?
That's Matt when he goes to Starbucks. What the fuck is this shit?
Oh man.
Oh shit. Okay, I think we gotta end it.
Yeah, we're gonna end it there, guys. All right, guys. It's been another good one. So hopefully we'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm Matt. That's Ethan, Steven, Sergio, and Michael's hopefully getting lucky.
Hopefully.
So we'll see you guys. Yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Later.